In 1976, Meryl Streep walked into an office on the 33rd floor of the Gulf and Western Building in Manhattan. She was there to audition for King Kong. The producer, Dino De Laurentiis, looked at his son and said in Italian, "Why do you bring me this ugly thing?" He didn't know Meryl understood every word. She looked him in the eye and replied in perfect Italian, "I'm sorry, I'm not beautiful enough to be in your film." She walked out, and for a moment, the world's greatest actress almost quit, but she didn't. Because she had something Dino didn't have, a man who saw her as a masterpiece. That man was John Cazale. You know him as Fredo from The Godfather. When they met during a play in Central Park, they fell in love instantly. Al Pacino said he had never seen a person so devoted to another human being as Meryl was to John. But the law isn't a fairy tale. Just as they were planning their life together, John was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. He was 42, Meryl was 27. Most people would have crumbled, but Meryl went into survival mode. She realized they had no money for the medical bills. So she took a role she actually hated in a miniseries called Holocaust just to pay for his treatments. She spent months in Austria, zipping through her scenes, just so she could fly back and sit by his hospital bed. This is where the story gets legendary. Robert De Niro wanted John in his new movie, The Deer Hunter. The studio refused. They said John was uninsurable because he was dying. Meryl didn't blink. She threatened to quit the entire movie if they fired him. De Niro ended up paying for John's insurance out of his own pocket just to keep the couple together. Meryl took a stock girlfriend role, a character she felt was weak, just so she could be on set to catch John if he fell. If you watch The Deer Hunter today, look at Meryl's face. That isn't acting. That is the face of a woman watching the love of her life fade away in front of a camera. John Cazale died on March 12, 1978. Meryl was there. She reportedly pounded on his chest as he slipped away, and for one brief second, he opened his eyes and said, "It's all right, Meryl. It's all right." 6 months later, she married Don Gummer. People called it a rebound, but the truth is, Meryl was just trying to survive the silence of her apartment. She went on to win 3 Oscars and 21 nominations, proving that the producer who called her ugly was the blindest man in Hollywood. John Cazale never saw her win an Oscar, but Meryl says his death is what made her the actress she is today. Because when you face the end of the world, a movie set isn't scary anymore. Meryl Streep turned a no into a legacy and a tragedy into a career. If you think she's the GOAT, drop your favorite movie in the comments.